What's going on, fellers? And that one fellerette over there. How you doing? Thanks for watching. In this episode, we have quite the interesting story. This is a transmission transfer case for a 90-something, late 80s, early 90s, I don't remember, Chevy Blazer. Anyhow, the reason that's here is because, well, let me get into what we're doing first. We've got a rescue mission on our hands, fellers. I recently had to go out to my buddy's mom's old property. They've got a place I grew up at, pretty much. Been there like a whole lot my whole childhood. And him and his mom grew up there. He moved out, lives in another place about an hour away with his wife now, and his mom had a stroke and some health issues. She had to move out of that place and go live up north with her family. So my buddy's mama's house has been empty for a little bit, and they had a Chevy Blazer that this transmission went to. This transmission was over there on their property, but they had a Chevy Blazer, and they also had a 94 step-side Chevy 1500 or a Silverado. Really sharp looking truck. That truck is stolen, and people broke into my buddy's mama's house and just really didn't wipe their feet before they walked in, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so that's not nice. And anyhow, where we come into this whole situation is he came and told me about it at the parts house. I went and met up with him on the property. We went and loaded up as much stuff as we could fit in the bed of my truck, which they didn't have a lot out there anymore, thankfully. But we got a new shop bench. Somehow this transmission and transfer case was still out there. His Blazer belonged to his dad, and his dad passed away when he was like 12 years old. And when his dad passed away, it revolved around this Blazer breaking down, and the transmission went out in it, wouldn't go forward and reverse. He had to take a motorcycle to go pick up my buddy's little sister from daycare. He didn't make it to the daycare because of a drunk driver. So this Blazer's been down for like 20 years, 25 I think, '03, and yeah, something like that, 20 years. And his mom had bought this transmission like 10-ish years ago. So me and Sam, when we were 10 years younger, we're both about 30 now, she bought that so we could fix that Blazer up and Sam could have his first car, his first truck. Obviously that never exactly happened yet. I say yet, it's still gonna happen as long as the Blazer's still there. But these people came in, his neighbors probably. I'll show you when we get there. There's tire tracks. It's pretty obvious what happened. But people came in, they messed up the house, they stole the step-side Chevy out of the backyard, and he still has his dad's, they took his mom's Chevy truck, but he still has his dad's Chevy Blazer out there. So we're on a rescue mission. I got his transmission here and a bunch of other bits and pieces, some drive shafts and stuff, the table, and a lot of shelving and stuff over there, so that's cool. But anyway, what we're doing right now is getting my truck all ready to go rent a U-Haul so we can go out to my buddy's mama's property and rescue that Blazer, which is gonna be fun because it hasn't moved in 20 years. So that should go smoothly. But I noticed to start with here this morning while I'm getting ready to go, I ain't had no trailer lights, and U-Haul might not like that. So I just did a bunch of wiring, got into all my everything, all my old wiring under the truck and into the tail lights, and she's got trailer lights now, about an hour or so later. So now that I've got trailer lights situated, all right, fellers, we've made it. Man, that was a venture getting that trailer, but a couple hours later we got one. And here we are at my buddy's mama's old place where I pretty much grew up. It didn't used to look like this. Me and my buddy are gonna get out here and clean it all up. But right now, the main thing is let's save his old Blazer that his daddy left him. Because, yeah, I'll show you when we get inside. I'll get up here and show you the tire tracks and all, but I'm highly concerned about that vehicle not remaining where it is, so we're taking it to my house. Now I've got a little lopping to do. Okay. Done cleared up on the driveway there a little bit. And this big old tree here, that was overgrown, touching the Blazer. Now I think we got enough room to get straight in, go down there, maybe pull up their drive a little bit, back up over into that field. Hopefully we can turn it around, and I reckon try to back that dolly straight up to the front of this thing, and we'll see if any of the tires will hold air, and maybe it'll just roll up onto it. That's the people that stole my buddy's truck out of his backyard and just completely destroyed his mama's old home there. Knocked everything out of the walls and broke a bunch of stuff in the house. They stole a stove and a microwave and their fridge, and his mom had like a master bathroom with a jacuzzi tub. Yeah, they took that, went all underneath the house, cut all the plumbing loose. They were just ransacking it. And let me get you up here real quick like. See, this is right in the front yard of the house. They would, a few years ago when they lived here, they'd drive up that driveway, park over here next to the house. Right behind the place, there's an old shed, and in front of that shed was a 94 step-side Chevy that these people behind me came in, drug around the corner. Look over here in my best friend's old mama's front yard, and yeah, can you tell which direction it went? See, they drug it all through here. They got all hung up on top of these trees. Looks like their pull truck went around the bushes, and then the meth head in my buddy's mama's truck steered into those bushes. They got all hemmed up. And if you look over here, all this land was undisturbed before, but now see all these spin marked tire tracks that go not down there to the road. No, they don't go to the road. They come straight across my buddy's mama's front yard, right into this fence. And then if you come over here to the fence, you'll notice where they cut it loose, pulled the fence down, stole my buddy's mama's shit, pulled it into their yard, and then stuck the fence back up. Yep.
I guess you're probably gonna go up and back?
Yeah, up and then back down and try to get it turned around. Well, my buddy, whose name I'm not going to mention just in case, because you know this is the internet. I apologize. I may have got a little hemmed up trying to get turned around. Oh my, I got really dug in once or twice. Yeah, that trailer's kind of heavy, but we got it. I just had to work back and forth over here and go up that way. Ooh. Whew. Got a little too dark for my time-lapse camera. But you can see I'm strapping from different directions all over the place. First I had to snatch her to the left. Now we're snatching her back to the right. I did get up underneath it and took a 1/2-inch bolt loose that holds the linkage in alignment. And that made it where I could shift her into neutral. But yeah. Boys, she is like 2/3 of the friggin' way loaded. After that, I just have to fold the ramps up, strap it down, and try to get my 2-wheel drive truck up out this sandy hole we're in. So that should be fine. I'll see y'all in like 45. Okay, we are all the way pulled up onto the trailer. Got my wheel strappies in the front. There's a chain on the control arm in the front, and I've also got another chain back here. And another safety chain on the rear axle. Back tire is completely off the beads. Lucky for me, we're not using a dolly today. We're using a big old get all 4 wheels up off the ground trailer. Maybe you can see here in the dark, kinda, we had some really, really bad ruts up here we were digging into until I got her into neutral. Whoop. Yep, that was one of them. That's a bad hole. That's a critter hole, actually. That's in the middle. Anyway, once we found neutralis, she loaded pretty nice. And now it's about time to take a breather for a few minutes. Hit a breather stick, and then we can push our ramps up and try to get out of here. That should be fine.
First try, baby. Let's do it. We got this. Woo!
First try.
Told ya.
Oh. Look at it back there. Just friggin' glistening. Oh boys, I can't even explain to you how relieved, excited, and how much better I feel about life now that this old truck that sat for 20 years is following me back to my house, and me and my best friend don't have to worry about the people next door to where his mom used to live stealing it out of their yard like they did his mom's truck. Yeah. You know, that's a really bad thing. Terrible things to have to deal with. That really sucks, but the best thing we could do is save the other one while we still got it. All right, here we are. Made it all the way home. This is the following morning. Got all my straps unstrapped, added a little air to the front tires. She's sitting up high now, got the squatted look. And I got my ramps down. She's still in neutral. Hopefully, maybe I can just push on it and it'll gently, nice and easy, roll right off into this spot over here? Probably not, but we'll see. Well, I mean, it's not an ideal situation, but she is coming off the trailer. That was a wee bit involved. However, we got it all the way off the trailer, and I didn't even smash its face on the back of the trailer. Was really concerned about that for a while there. I think my front tires here holding air kept us up just high enough to not boop its nose on the back of the trailer. I'm very pleased with that. She's in the exact same physical condition she was a whole bunch of miles away ago. I didn't hurt it on the way here, is what I'm trying to tell you. Whew, and that's always really nice, because it's stressful moving vehicles around. They're kind of heavy and takes a lot of room on the road, so it's really, really relieving when you get it back on the ground somewhere. Anyhow, this pretty well wraps up this first video of my best buddy's Blazer rescue. In the next one, when we get back to this, the next video I'll have put out will be more Thunderbird content, but the next time I get to a Blazer video, we're gonna be power washing and deep cleaning inside and out. This thing has sat, I don't remember that dent. I don't think I remember this dent or the cracked windshield. That may have been a tree might have fell on it in the 20 years that it sat up there next to his mama's house. Yeah, let's give you a sneak preview of the interiors. Yeah. Yep. Hey, there's a differential case. What is that? Doesn't go to this. Anyhow, see you in the next one. We got a lot of stuff to cover and go through in this. Can't wait to get under the power barn. I don't even remember what's in it. 2.8 liter 6-cylinder it said on the front, but yeah, haven't been under the hood or like into this truck in, I don't know, 15 years. A long time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Look forward to future Buddy Blazer builds. Buddy Blazer build!